Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at North Wilkesboro for the fourth race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series. For the second time this season, I'm joined in the booth for the heat race, number 1, with Gordon Fan 291, also known as Charles Sanford. Thanks for coming and joining me in the booth, Charles.
You're welcome. I was glad to be here.
20-lap race, 4X pit strategy, wear, tire, fuel, consumption, yada, yada, yada. We did 20 laps at Rockingham, and no one pit except for like two randos who tried to do some split the race in half, take 4 tires strategy that ultimately cost them making the race. In the case of Heat 1, that was the 00 of Jonathan Zorlin. Hopefully Jonathan doesn't do that this time around. He starts in 4th. Let's go through your starting lineup really quickly here. We've got Joshua Sekuli and Ryan Brommer on the front row. Dega winner Andrew Rich is in row 2 with, as mentioned, Jonathan Zorlin. Row 3 is last week's winner Hunter Braxton with Bobo Jones. Row 4 is Cole Deaver and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. And in row 5 is Sky Commons and Marty Johnson. Charles, give us some short track racing info, especially since we're at North Wilkesboro, while I go through the rest of this lineup.
Well, I'm not the biggest expert on Wilkesboro, unfortunately, but I know that a lot of fans really like this track. It's going to be a very technical one because corners are really tight, but you kind of expect that with short tracks. I expect some bumping and banging, especially towards the transfer spot, and once we get towards the 5 laps or so of the race, drivers start to get desperate.
Indeed. Thanks, Charles. And Shane Beckett, as many of you know, has not made a start yet. Maybe tonight will be the night. Here's the command.
Ready? Gentlemen, start your engines!
And the command has been given. And let's see, will anybody not roll off? It looks like everyone is good. So as mentioned, Shane Beckett has not made a start yet. Baco Magora has only made 1 race, which I believe was Atlanta. Also, Atlanta winner Eli Bright is in this race. So actually, we've got all our race winners in this heat. I just realized that, Charles. We've got all 3 race winners in Heat 1. So there's another statistic.
That's a interesting one, nonetheless. Definitely, kind of shocking. All the
Ooh, and Braxton had to check up a bit on the bottom. They were pretty even for the first lap. And now Sekuli will clear the 3 of Brommer as Andrew Rich falls behind in 2nd. Jonathan Zorlin to the inside of Ryan Brommer, and we are 3 wide back here. Oh my gosh. Well then. It appears that the same technical difficulty I had with Dylan Young has now occurred to Charles Sanford. He can hear us, but he can't see us.
Yeah, so
Well then.
I'm not quite sure what happened. I really don't.
We are going to take a quick step aside and we'll be right back. Okay, I believe our technical difficulty has been resolved. Can you see me?
Yes. I can see the cars on track. I'll put that. I can see them on the monitor now. They fixed them all.
Awesome. So we are already 6 laps in. It's amazing how fast that goes by, huh?
I mean, it is a short track, so time definitely going to be of the essence for people, especially as they're around the 20th spot and all that. So, because we know that the only spots that really matter for this one is first and then being top 20.
Indeed. So with that said, let's go to the back of the field. Slade Jagger sitting in 24th place right now. Benjamin Ice 23rd. Donovan Cage 22nd, and oh my gosh, Shane Beckett's going for 20th on Brian Tremblay.
And he was last scored in 20th, actually. I knew I would remember what team the 45. What?
The 45 team?
Yeah, I thought I didn't remember it right off the bat, but seeing the car, I remember it.
And man, Tremblay is putting up a fight here with Beckett. That's
about that matters, especially as we're coming towards halfway. They'll see the cross flags next time by.
And this is allowing Baco Magoro out of VSI Racing to just kind of inch away. And these are one of the tracks where I'm very curious what's going to happen, because we come here, we deter back to a speedway at Nashville, and then we have 5 straight short tracks as we trek up the East Coast. And
74's cleared.
New thing this season, not only will road courses not have caution flags, but short tracks will do the same. So expect some insane survival racing for 100 laps of action tomorrow night.
That is going to be something for sure.
Thankfully, it's not Bristol dirt, so hopefully half the field won't die. But St. Beckett has cleared Brian Tremblay. Oh, man.
Yep. 76 right now is trying to fight off on that outside line.
And you're looking at Quentin Moore, Charles. He got 3rd place at Rockingham. This single-car team really woke some people up at Rockingham last week. They were top 10 the whole race. After 2 pit stops, they found themselves in 4th, and they passed a Junior Motorsports car, Dale Lightning, for 3rd place, and that's where they finished.
I mean, that is definitely one of the teams that they don't have the most funds, borrowing cars from RCR. So, or at least buying old used cars.
Oh, RCR has been pretty good this year too, except for the bad luck going around in the 21 camp. But right now, Quinton's trying to fight off Martin Wild for 17th.
And, well, or at least he's overtaking, actually. 76 ahead of him.
Yes, and I jumped away as you were saying that. And oh, Baco Magora slid up the track through 1 and 2. And we are going to have pit stops. This is amazing.
With 6 to go right now, and new leader.
And Sorlin leads at 5 to go. Let's see, does everyone come down this time by?
Looks like it.
And let's see, I think everyone's coming down pit road, yes. And this is going to be the money section right here between the 54 and the 74. And Sekuli's the first on pit road. Right side tires up in the air. Oh, Andrew Rich took fuel only. He took fuel only. Same for Fitzwater.
And the 6 even.
We saw this strategy at Atlanta, Charles, where in both heat races, the first group, most people took 2 tires, but there were a few stragglers who took fuel only, and this time Andrew Rich is on the fuel only side.
And I think I just noticed that the 74 beat the 54 out of the pits.
And it looks like Sorlin is he going to get him?
Nope.
Nope, Andrew Rich to the race lead, I believe. Yep, and oh man. Oh, and something happened to Eli Bright. He's on pit road. Winner from Atlanta.
Well, we know who one of the drivers is not going to qualify.
Indeed we do. And it looks like Peter Onjak, Benjamin Ice, and Marty Johnson are the other 3 right now. And I do not understand this 23 team. Week in and week out seem to have problems pitting during these heat races. They seem to be right around the top 10, and then they just 21st.
Well, I mean, I guess they need to start working on it. No one to blame but themselves. Everyone on these crews so close together that can't afford to lose seconds.
And he is not closing in on Baco Magora, so I think this is pretty much said and done. But white flags out. Andrew Rich and Jonathan Zorlin. Rich won at Talladega. Yep, Rich won at Talladega, but he has not won a heat race. That changes tonight. And Chevrolet will pick up their 5th heat win of the season. Andrew Rich wins heat 1.
And so one good news for Junior Motorsports, coming with the bad news, though, with the 88.
And that is not surprisingly, surprisingly not the first Junior Motorsports car to miss a race. Dale Lightning had a similar problem or a mechanical problem, I believe, back at Atlanta, and he missed the Atlanta race. So this is the second junior motorsports car to miss out on a race. And here's the official results. Joining Eli Bright will be Peter Onjak, Benjamin Ice, and Marty Johnson. And Shane Beckett will get 16th, and he'll make his first debut of the season at North Wilkesboro. And congrats to Andrew Rich on the heat win. And we will see you both. Well, we will see you all for Heat 2. And we are back here at North Wilkesboro, as I about called the wrong track there.
That would have been good.
Audra Baranowska's on the pole for another heat race. And knock on wood that the car starts this time without issue. To her outside is Colt Hudson. A reminder, Charles, that Audra is a she in this universe. Junior Motorsports teammate Stale Lightning Matthew Logan in row 2. Dylan Young and Cole Baker in row 3. Row 4 is RJ Bishop and Sumet Oskin. And in row 5 we've got Alan Cavanero and Nico Tringali. So thoughts on Heat 1, Charles, while I go through the rest of this order?
Well, it's very interesting. Track position definitely looked to be key, as passing was difficult for the lead. And even then, once cars got underneath, it took several laps to actually overtake the car that they pass. Pit strategy obviously going to be key, whether or not you go fuel only or 2 tires. I don't believe anyone that would round 20 should consider 2 tires. Obviously, we saw fuel only got a lot of people out ahead of people that were running well.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And I rambled. So, yeah.
As the command was just given. And yes, you are correct, because we saw, I believe it was the 1 of Andrew Rich who won the heat race, the 39 of Fitzwater Sr., who finished 3rd, and I think the 6 of Adam Flickinger. I believe those were the 3 who I most noticeably saw take fuel only. I did not see where the 6th car finished, however, but fuel only definitely seems to be the call to win the heat race here, as we are green, and Audra has no problems this time. So let's go.
At least for now.
For now, yes, it is a 20-lap race, and we did not have a mechanical failure in Heat 1, so that usually means to me, well, I'm probably going to get one in Heat 2.
Right now, it looks like the battle is going to be for 4th or so. It's the 9 car that's having to try and hold off the outside, or hold the outside, basically.
Matthew Logan and Dylan Young battling hard there for 4th place.
No grip. 9 car out there. He's not even really holding out as well as we saw some of the guys in Heat 1 do.
Yep. Alan Cavanero got a little wiggly there off of turn 4. Not sure if he knew how close Cole Baker was in the 8 machine. And Toyota is the only manufacturer that has so far not won a heat race, because the 40 car, which is a Dodge, doesn't count because it's outdated.
And right now, it's not looking good for them in this one either, because the top 6 are Chevys.
Indeed. And Audra is gone. Very similar to Dylan Young's Heat 2 win back at Rockingham, where he just
3 wide.
He just escaped the field at Rockingham and pulled away. So now it looks like Audra's got the RCR car with an edge, and it's right back here near that cut point.
Go figure, yeah.
And Johnny Gardner is having some more woes, and now he's 3 wide.
For last.
For last. Well, 22nd. Still 3 wide. Now, if I was Johnny Gardner and I was all the way back here, I'd be taking fuel only.
And whoa.
Oh, what the heck?
24. That's way earlier.
The 11's on pit road too. James Ellison and Daniel Voyos have come down to pit road on lap 6. I'm not sure if they both have some kind of issue or what, but I kind of want...
It is certainly an interesting strategy.
they are both taking fuel only at lap 6. So an inverse, because they went 15 laps. So I guess these guys wanted to make their pit stops now, get into some open space, and I guess this will be interesting to see what happens in 10 laps.
I'm guessing what they saw was that with Heat 1 going caution free and all that, maybe they figured we'll do the same here in Heat 2. I don't know. This isn't exactly a track that you'd like to work back.
Right, but I wonder if hearing that, oh hey, the race leader is gapping second place about 2 to 5 tenths a lap, might as well just pit now if you want this win. Ellison has not had the best season so far. He finally got a top 10 last week at Rockingham after having issues at Dega and Atlanta. So not a bad call, but if they are short on fuel still and they'll miss the race because of this.
It's definitely a gamble. I mean, we saw the 24 was back there flirting with the 20th spot, and he decided to pit as well. So.
And he just ran his fastest lap, and he just ran a 19-second lap. So these guys are by themselves running 19.8s and 19.9s, and if you look at last place in this pack, he's running a 20.2. So they're gaining time from pitting early and being in this clean air. So I don't think they're going to get Audra because she is still just so fast. Like if we look at these lap times, she's a almost 2 full tenths faster than the second fastest car on track. So I guess we're going to find out because we're already at lap 13.
Yeah, it should be pitting here in the next couple laps. At least everyone else should. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out for those two.
And Nerez is going to pit here on lap 13.
So we know Nerez is going to be able to make it, that's for sure.
I'm very surprised though, Charles. I was expecting mostly the same kind of strategy in Heat 2 as Heat 1, and instead we've got something completely different.
I'm not complaining either.
Me neither. This is great. I love it.
I mean, I'm less confused about Nerez's call there because he was definitely in traffic. Second place is on pit lane.
Yep, Colt Hudson's going to lead down Dale Lightning, Matthew Logan, and others. Nerez is taking right sides only.
So we know that the 11 and 24 are going to beat the 20 out.
We'll see if those two tires do anything for Nereza.
Oh, they didn't do much for the 01 car in Heat 1, so...
Hudson, Lightning, and Logan all plop up their right sides. Everyone's got right sides in the air.
Maybe the tires are wearing more on this heat. Who knows?
Everyone's away. Baran-Oscas comes into her stall, and she will put the right sides up.
I am very confused by this. I did not expect this.
It appears the 36 stayed out because he was the leader, and he's
on
pit road. Now I would expect fuel only from this car right here.
Gotta be.
Oh no, right sides. Now the big question here is the 21 coming around first? Oh my gosh.
11.
Oh my gosh. Are you for real right now? James Ellison is the leader. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Now can he make it though? And will Baranowskis be able to catch him?
Daniel Voiles is in third, Charles. My goodness gracious. What a
did
call.
That pay off.
What a call by these teams. My goodness. You think the AI actually...
Heroes or zeros?
You would think the AI actually knew about the coin flip or something.
I mean, it's still going to be a hero or zero move. They have to make it to the rest of the way to be heroes. Otherwise, it's going to be a big zero on this.
And Baran-Oscas took right sides, but it's not doing anything from what we're seeing.
No,
look at
although...
the difference. No, it's
no,
neutral.
I mean, Ellison even gained time, technically.
Technically, yes.
So,
oh, and I think Daniel Voiles blew up or something because he just dropped off the top 10 grid.
Yeah, he's not even in the... Oh, well, I mean...
He couldn't make it.
No,
he had the pit.
He couldn't make it. So, they're... Like what I was saying, the hero zero move.
What does James Ellison do? He stays out. And in a shocking turn of events, James Ellison, who pit on lap 6, is going to win this heat race. Oh my goodness.
And Chevy sweeps him.
And Ellison will either start first or second tomorrow night. Oh, and we were so focused on this shocker, Charles, that we didn't even bother watching the top 20, and Johnny Gardner is going to miss another race by a position. And you gotta wonder what's going on with the 98 camp. They've got the same stuff as Jonathan Zorlin, and they are not performing.
That's a heartbreaker there. We'll have to see what happens there with Johnny. Can't be in too good a standing with the team after this one.
Zoe Fernandez, or Fernandez, I don't know. I seem to pronounce it different every time, to be honest, Charles. And Alexander Rowe will join him, and Daniel Voiles, who surprisingly could not make it on fuel. However, James Ellison was able to make it. And if we look at our results here, Charles, it looks like Baran Oscus was starting to close in there, because that margin closed down at 6/10.
6/10, yeah.
Oh, then Colt Hudson got 4th. He was running 2nd all race.
Seth Cole worked his way into the top 10, 9th.
Yeah. Oh, wow, man.
And Nereza ended up 12th. Strategy.
So, I'm guessing the right sides had to heat up a certain amount for them to get grip, because Baran Oscus came out, and she had 4 whole laps, and she couldn't close those first 2 laps. So, I think it was maybe some kind of like road course type deal where they were waiting for the tires to heat up, and yeah, but so it'll be Ellison and, would you believe I already forgot who won Heat 1? Andrew Rich.
Andrew Rich.
It'll be the 1 and the 1-1. So how about that? 1-1-1, no matter what we do. In row 1. Oh no.
I'm willing to bet that there's going to be a 1 on the pole.
Could you imagine if this was race 11? This is race 11. We've got the 1 and the 11 in row 1.
Is it really?
No, it's race 4. Oh, thank God.
Thank goodness.
But if it was, I would be pretty. I
would be astounded.
Yes.
I'll put it that way.
The coincidence would be real. But that is it for this race. So looking at how long these heat races went, I would say the 100 lap no caution race will probably take maybe 45, 50 minutes. But that is it here from North Wilkesboro. Thanks again for joining me, Charles. And
Gladly, that was fun.
It indeed was, especially this one. And we will see you all next time.